go. There we go. Right, let's let everyone in. I'm gonna put it in.
Oh, it'd be nice if they had their cameras on as well.
I know. If everyone's got access to their camera, pop it on. Give us a little wave.
In my car.
Okay.
So
Adorable.
Hi.
Hi everyone. More people trickling in. So, hi everyone. Good evening, and I hope the weather is as gorgeous where you are as I am right now because it's stunning. It's not often we can say I'm in sunny South Wales, but it is absolutely gorgeous, as you can probably tell by the colour of my face as well. So for those that have joined on now, very, very lucky bunch. I'm going to start showing you some unreleased products. Now, there was two, but I found a third, which is very similar to the one product as well. So I don't know how many of you are Taylor Swift fans, but if you are, you obviously know from everything that we post that Morgan is also a diehard Taylor Swift fan. Like she absolutely so what we've done, as you probably know as well, she is touring at the moment. What we've done is we've created an edit based on her eras. Now I'm not very clued up with the source stuff. I don't follow. But it's called the Eras Edit. That is the sleeve, and it is absolutely stunning. Morgan did all of this by herself. She loves Taylor Swift, and she's put together basically there's 6 gel polishes in the edit and 4 detail paints. But what she's actually done is she's matched every color to an album, which I thought how clever. So obviously with people that are going to watch her on tour, so just put it all together. So we've got Agave. I'm not sure if might be the collection yet. We released it late last year, but Agave is from that collection. We've got Powerful Paradise. Let me bring it closer so you can see. Powerful Paradise, Night Fever, Orchid, and Hazel. So it's actually quite a nice mixture of really. So if you wanted sort of like a mix, this would be the other thing. And then we got Truth or Dare, which is absolutely gorgeous, got a lush shimmer to it. And then also got Grape, which is just absolutely stunning with the honeydew. If anyone's got honeydew, it is absolutely beautiful. Very, very springy. And then we've got Old Smoke, which is a grey. Obviously, the detail paints as well are full coverage, but obviously they can be used for purposes too. And we've got Next Time, which is a glittery navy colour. So, and we have got, now I don't want to get too many fingerprints on this, but we are going to be releasing very soon. Elizabeth, you look over the moon.
It's like, yes.
Oh, brilliant. And with this palette as well, it's so lovely. I said to the girls, I said, that could be like a travel mirror. Bit daft, but and it also comes with a spatula as well. So it comes with a HONA coded spatula. I don't know if you can see it there. And then we've got, this is like the mummy palette, and then we've got a baby palette too. The little palette is more for the use of like when you're doing your nail art. It goes on your finger, so just rests on your finger. And it's also got a baby spatula too. Me and Sami would literally just in awe of how tiny and roomy it is because it is just adorable. I'm not going to fully take it out of the packaging, but you can see there it's got a ring on the bottom. You just place on your finger, and
It's so cute.
It is adorable, and the baby spatula that comes with it too is just. I know, amazing, isn't it? So they are Emily's products. We haven't. I'm not sure about the date on the pallets, but the eras added will be ready for you to buy on the 31st of February. So if you fancy it, get your paws on it. It's all at a massively discounted price as well. So the edits we always do, hugely discounted. Live on the website. Who got Sami actually approached myself, and was it Mike actually? It was Mike. You emailed Mike, and about a book. Now I've got Sami's book. I've read it and I absolutely love it. Would highly recommend. I was lucky enough to meet Sami at NNN, and it's fantastic. Sami's
Steph, could you put your microphone off, please?
I can do it.
Thanks.
But yeah, the book is absolutely fantastic. What Sami is basically going to be running through today is lots of elements of this book is going to be included. So basically going from novice to an expert, and unleashing all tips, tricks, secrets, everything that Sami has learned in her career, a 10-year plus career in the nail tech industry. So I'm really, really excited for this one, and I hope you all are too. But I'm going to pass it over to Sami and
Hi.
the presentation and everything as well. So yeah, if you've got any questions, if you don't want to speak, or if you're in an area where you can't speak, pop them in the comments. But if you want to get your voice out there, just pop a little wavy hand, or raise a hand on the reactions, and we'll come to the question.
Awesome. Right, there was a question about where to get the book, so you can order it on Amazon. It's available if you want to just type in my name. It's probably easier to find, like, to start with, or I've got a link to it later on. I'll share it. But right, let me do a quick screen share so that you can see the presentation. Let's go full screen. Can you all see that all okay? Can I get some thumbs up? Wicked. Right, so hi, yeah, a bit about me. So my name's Sami. I'm a bit old now. I'm 34, getting there, you know. I'm a mum of 2 boys. I'm been doing nails forever, but then, like, my mum did it when I was a kid, and then I was like, oh, do you know what? I want to do that. So then I qualified in 2014 when I was pregnant with my second child, and that's when Sami's Beautiful Nails came about, because I was like, I love complimenting people. I always like to say, like, wow, you're beautiful, or how are you, or making people feel wonderful, that I decided that I wanted to add that in the brand name, because that's how I am. I then, well, this year I started doing a course about, like, business and stuff, which has prompted me to write a book and do all the other stuff. But that's where the Nail Mafia comes in, which is where I want to then help other nail technicians to be better, earn a lot more money, because my gosh, the amount, if I knew what I knew now 10 years ago, I'd be a millionaire. You know, when you just go, wish I just charged more, or all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's how the book and all that came about, was purely the fact that I just want to empower other people to do better, and you can be amazing. But yeah, I've got 2 kids, 2 boys. I'm an army wife, so I get to be on my own all the time. It's another reason why I wrote a book, because I was bored. You know, but yes, right, let's go. So we'll get first subject, finances. It's all about finances, because we all need to make sure we are earning a lot more money than we can. So creating a detailed budget to cover all your setup costs. This is for, like, beginners, because I don't know where all of you are in your business. So I thought I'd kind of give a bit of everything. Just making sure that you cover the costs for everything. You're not putting yourself in debt to start a business that you don't need to. Like, start with your basics and just go build up slowly as you go along. making sure that you've got, hang on, let me move this so you can actually see what it says. There you go. Keep careful records of your business expenses, because you're going to need that for your taxes. You're going to need that for everything. If you're earning over a certain amount a year, depending on where you are in the world, or, you know, if you're doing your marriage tax allowance or anything like that, you're going to earn less and your husband is going to earn more, or vice versa. So you need to make sure that you've got all of your money sorted. Otherwise, you could end up getting a bill at the end of the year. You do your self-assessment and you're like, whoa, how am I going to find this money? Because I've not put anything aside each week or each month or things like that. So it's always good. Like, I've got a separate pot. I've got like a Monzo account, which I just keep my taxes in, just so that I've got that separate. And every week I just put money into it, so that come January, when they go, right, you've got to put your tax returns in and you've got until what, the 31st of January to pay it, you know, you've got the money there for the following year, sort of thing, and just keep it ticking over. And then at the end of the year, if you've got money left over, you can either reinvest it in the business and go, right, let's go and buy more, or like, oh, do you know what, I really needed a new lamp, or I needed a new like extractor fan or lights or whatever it may be. Like, I did it this year. I ended up buying new chairs for my room because I was like, oh, do you know what, I'm gonna buy some new chairs because I can. Yeah, set prices based on experiences and like expertise and whatever. Like, I was talking to a lady the other day and she still charges £25 for a full set of acrylics, and I was like gobsmacked. I was like, £25 for a full set, are you mad? So I was like, no. I said, like, minimum of like 45, 50 quid, like depending on your area. Like, you can't be charging less than that. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, you're not making any money, like none. So she was like, really, like, oh, thanks. And that's another part that with like the nail mafia, I want to encourage people to charge more. Like, a gel polish should never be less than £30. Never, just for a plain gel polish, because you want to be earning at least minimum wage. You want to be earning all your stuff on top of that, your costs of your products, depending on what brand you use, whatever. HONA did do a calculator, but like for every sets of nails, you use different products. So that's quite handy. But yeah, oh, I went over taxes. Obviously, I skipped ahead. Silly me. I can't see because of that. But yeah, long-term financial goals. Yeah, so setting up your financial goals. How much do you want to earn a year? How much do you want to earn a month? So at the minute, I'm gonna be honest, I'm on about 2.5 to 3K a month. And I work 5 days a week, but today I had 2 clients in and I've already earned over 150 quid in 2 clients. So it's a case of charging your worth. Like, you always think, am I going to lose clients? It doesn't matter if you lose clients. If you charge enough, you may have like, so I put my prices up in January and then I put them up again in April and I lost 1 client. That was it. And it's like, what, this one client was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're getting a pay rise of so-and-so %. I was like, no, I'm getting paid what I'm at, like what I should be getting paid, because we all deserve it. Like, she worked in London, she was on a corporate wage job, like she's earning a lot of money, and yet she didn't want to pay like £8 more. And I was like, £8? Are you joking? So it was one of them moments where I went, do you know what? Even though I've lost you, I've gained 5 clients, because they want to pay more, because they trust you more. So the more you charge, like, I know people that charge £50 for a gel polish, and they're fully booked. Like, it's literally insane. You will find your, like, how much you want to earn. You've just got to determine, yeah, how many clients you want a week, how many clients, like, if you say you want to earn £1,000 a week and you work so many hours a day, like, you need to break it all down, how much you want to earn an hour to how much you want to earn per appointment. And then you will calculate, right, okay, so I need, say 10 clients and I want to charge this much, and that's going to get me my £500, or, you know, depending on how much you want to earn a week to how much you want to spend. Like, at the moment, I can roughly sometimes do £700 to £1,000 a week. Depends on my week, or whether I want to work 2 days or whether I want to work 5 days, because I like to be a bit more juggle it. Right, what else did I'm just waffling now, I'm sorry. I just get a bit like, it's got to come out. Defining it, yeah, because you want to pay your bills, you want to be able to live and enjoy life. We all want to enjoy life. We want to go on holiday, things like that. But enough about finances, because otherwise I'm going to be here all day, because I'll just keep going on and on. But client care, that's another one that's massive. Like, it is, like, this one's not as big. I've just kind of done this one thing because it's pretty basic, but it's more, the attention to detail isn't just about your nail care. It's about the person. So you want to make that client feel special. Hang on. You want them to feel like they're the only person in the room. You want them to be like, oh, how was your holiday? How was, you know, whatever you know what they were up to last time they were in. Did they go to a wedding? Did they go on holiday? Has their friend just had a baby? Or try and remember something. And then when they come round and you go, oh my God, how was that? Sorry, what was that?
It's all right, I just muted someone, that's all.
Oh, I thought you was asking me a question. Yeah, so it's just all them sort of things. So like, just remember the person, like be more personal, because having a personality and making it more of a one-to-one experience, it's so much better. Like, a lot of my clients have come from salons in town where there's been like multiple different people in the salon. They never felt like they could have a chat. They never felt like they could have like that one-to-one experience of being like, do you know what? I'll talk about my husband, or talk about my sister's husband, or, you know, women like to have a little chat sometimes, and you like, you know what she's been up to and who's been with whatever. So it's quite like interesting. We are a therapist after all, you know, that's what it's cheaper. Getting your nails done is cheaper than going to therapy, as they say. So yeah, communication is key. You need to be like on it, like, and having like making sure you've got like your sanitization in your room. Like, people can see like, oh look, she actually uses like cleaning products. You can like, you don't have to have like all your bottle of Dettol on the side or whatever you use to clean your sides, but having it accessible, having like hand sanitizer just on the table for them to use when they come in. You know, I know it's not COVID anymore, but I still have all that on the side, and they love that, because sometimes they walk in and they're like, oh, let me just quickly clean my hands, even though I'm going to sanitize them anyway. They still automatically do it just because they're like, oh, I've been outside, I don't know what I've touched, and I don't want you to touch it. I mean, I wear gloves, so how many of you wear gloves? Like, because I just think I don't want to be touching their hands sometimes. You know, we get rid of the files. You know, we don't want to keep using the same products. We want to make sure that we're giving them the best that they can possibly get. So yeah, quality products, that you're not just buying cheap stuff from eBay. You want to make sure you're using a reputable brand, and you're not just getting like knockoffs, because there's been so many knockoffs, and you can then cause injuries to people because they're not like quality. And the other one is creativity at the end, if you can't see that because of my talking. So yeah, it's being creative with them. Like, I have clients that come in that don't have a clue what they want, and they go, just make them pretty, and then I can just do what I want. But then you get some clients that come in and go, I want 5 colours, but I don't know which one I want, but I only want one of them. And then you go, oh God, can you just pick one colour? Because I'm not choosing for you, because I know what you're like, because you'll always get that one client that's just awkward. We all have an awkward client that we want to get rid of, but we just can't, because we're like, you're paying me money. But sometimes you have to have boundaries, and you have to say no. But yeah, before I waffle on anymore, marketing, huge this is. You need to make sure, right, I'm gonna have to move myself again. Right, here we go. Right, so your task when we finish this call is to make sure you go and check your profile pictures and your profiles, your private profiles on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you have your business stuff. You have to have something on there that's attached to your business page. If you have a business page or a group or something, you need something on your personal profile. So if someone finds you, they know where to go, because you want to make it more of a personal experience. You don't have to have your profile like completely open, just having like, in your about section, about me, and then you can have like links and stuff where like, oh, I'm the owner of this, link straight to my Facebook page or my Instagram or my Twitter or my TikTok or X, whatever it's called now, the TikTok, because then that makes it a lot easier for people to find you. Advertising on social media platforms for brand awareness, just, like when you go into like a Facebook group and then someone goes, oh, does anyone know a nail technician in the area? If you can get your clients to tag you in that, amazing, because it's creating awareness of who you are. If you can build the biggest awareness in your area, like I get tagged all the time. Oh, go to Sammy's Beautiful Nails, she'll sort you out. Or some of them even advertise my website, because I use Booking Beautiful as my booking system. So I've got my website straight there, because I can't be dealing with the admin. I ain't got time for that. So it's literally like that. You can go to the website, you can have a look, you can look at the prices, because if someone asks you, can I have a price list or whatever, you can just direct them straight to there, or you can try and convert them to be a customer, depending on what questions they ask, because they might not know what they're looking for. So always interact with them and be like, right, what are you after? Because then you might go, right, would you mind like just setting up an account, or depending on what system you use, or whether you just do it by hand. Some people still use a paper diary. I mean, I have one of them, but I like the online one. Yes, there we go. Right. So have you got business cards? Like I have business cards in quite a few different places in town. I've got some in coffee shops. I've got some in a barber's. I've got some because mums go in there to take their kids to get their hair cut. So they want to get their nails done. Just talk to different companies. I've got one which is like it's like a pre-loved clothing shop, and they are banging, like absolutely. They've got some amazing clothes in there. They're all like designer stuff, but like a lot cheaper. And I said to them, oh, do you mind if I put some of my business cards in your shop? And they were like, yeah, not a problem. I was like, can I have some of yours? Because then I can advertise you to my clients too. So then it's like cross marketing, so that you help them out, but then they then help you out. So it's always good to have connections within the community as well. Invest in high quality equipment, like for like your lamps. Like, I mean, to be fair, my lamp was from IKEA, but it's the light bulb that's the more important thing. If you have a daylight light bulb, you can take the best pictures. They're going to be so much clearer and better than if you just go, because I used a ring light for years, and I used to find I'd always end up with this big ring right on the picture, and I'd be like, it's just ruined my really good set of nails. Whereas then I got I can't remember what the name of the lamp is, but it's just the desk lamp, the one that clips to the desk in IKEA. I think it begins with T. I can't think what it's called. If anyone knows what it's called, can you leave a little comment? Brilliant. Daylight, with a daylight bulb, sorted you right out. Oh, listing in the like free directories. Have you ever heard of the Nextdoor app? Because I've gained clients from that. So it's basically like a community that you join. It's a bit like, it's called your Nextdoor app. So it's like people from your area and surrounding. So you can then advertise. It's a bit like a directory, but for just your area, and you can put where you want to advertise. So I posted on there that I was taking on some new clients because I'd opened up a few extra days, and I gained new clients from posting on there. And I was like, oh, I didn't know about that, and didn't know about it until I think it was January or February. And since then, I've gained about 7 new clients just from that. It's not loads, but it's still, I've gained new people, which means your network's getting bigger. So it's always worth checking them out. I did do Yale. I think I did 118, and I think they tried to charge me, but there is a free option. So I opted just for the free option instead of the premium option. So always double check, because some of them do charge, but there is a free option. Oh, I'm going to be too big now. To help grow your nail business. Yeah, so introducing yourself to your audience, like growing your audience. They're buying you, not just your nails or your beauty products or whatever you're offering. They want to buy from you. So you want to make sure that they know you. You don't want to be like this avatar free profile. You don't want people to not know who they're going to. You want to be like, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so. Come and get your nails done with me, because why would you not? You're getting an experience just because, why not? But yeah, I find a lot of my people, they're like, Sammy, you're just so quirky, you're just like bonkers. And I'm like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's why they come to me, because I'm just like, yeah, cool, let's do it. But creating a Google business profile, that is the biggest like place you could go. You want to be able to make sure people can find you. If they Google search you and they go nails near me, you want to come up as number one. So you need to make sure you have pictures on there. You want to make sure that your clients are leaving you reviews. Like, reviews are huge. You need to get them. Like, people will trust you more if you have, like, I think, well, I did a thing and it was like, I want to say it was like, if you had over 35 reviews on Google, it was something like that. It wasn't loads, but it was enough for then people to go, oh yeah, no, I trust that person. Because if you've only got like 2 reviews, people are a bit like, oh, that's probably their mate. Whereas if you've got more, you're going to get more credibility. Sharing business updates in your local community groups, just like if you've got, I don't know, a special offer on. So you say you want to get some new clients and you do like a discount. So say you go, right, I'm giving a £5 voucher to the next 5 clients who book in next week. And you have to use, like, I don't know, comment me please or something like that as the post, but you want to make it really stand out. You want people to be like, oh my god, nice picture of nails with then, I don't know, a big flashy thing. Make it on Canva. Oh my god, you want to get on Canva if you're not on there. If you want to make your, like, because you've got a pro side, but even the free side of Canva is just as good. But I pay for the pro just because I use it every day. But with that, you can then make so much more marketing products where it's branded. It's all about your branding and you're like just showing up, being consistent, because you can schedule posts. So you can get that out. So you could say, right, every Sunday or every Monday, I'm going to put a post out for the end of the week or the beginning of the week, or then put, like, I don't know, a selfie Saturday. Give me your nail fee, or like selfie of what you're doing, or I don't know. There's so many different things you can do to get people to interact with your page, even when you're not working. But you don't have to work on them days. You can schedule it so that your page is active, even if you're not active. Making sure your clients are rebooking. Like, if you've got, like, my booking system, it sends out marketing emails for me, so I can schedule it so it's automated to send them out. If, like, say you've got a client that's come in and they haven't been in for so many weeks, or they haven't rebooked, it will then nudge them and be like, hey, we've just realized you've not booked in. Did you need your nails doing? Did you need an appointment? I've got something next week, or whatever. It's just it's showing up and being like, oh, hi, just me again. Do you want to come book in for your nails? But then you've also got it, like, if you want to send out newsletters, sending out a thank you every time they've come into their appointment and they finished, it automatically sends them a thank you email to say, thank you for coming to Sammy's Beautiful Nails today. I hope you've enjoyed your service. Would you mind leaving me a review on Google or on the system? And the amount more reviews I've got from sending them thank you emails, and it's sending out that, it pushes people to go, oh, do you know what? I had a really good time today. Let's write a review. So that's quite good. So making sure that you've got that sort of thing kind of in motion, whether you do it by text message, however you deal with your customers, you want to make sure that you're following up, because it's all about the follow up. You follow up and then you follow up again and whatever. Encouraging satisfied clients to rebook their appointments before they leave, like, because I always go, right, 3 weeks time, right, what are we doing? I've got some clients booked up till Christmas. I've got some clients booked up till September. You know, I automatically go through my calendar at the beginning of the year and go, right, when do I want off? Okay, I don't want to be working every half term. Summer holidays, let's have a break in summer holidays. Let's make sure I've got gaps here where I know I'm going to have some time off with my kids. So it's all about your work-life balance, but making sure, like, I give that a bit of scarcity and be like, oh, do you know what? Quite a few of my clients have already booked up till XYZ, oh, you probably should get in just to make sure you get the time that you want. If they can only come in on like a Friday, or they can only come in on a Wednesday, or whatever day they come in, like, oh, I've had quite a few book in already. Do you want to make sure that you got your slot free? And then they go, oh yeah, actually, do you know what? Let's book out for the next 3 months. And you're like, sweet. You know, then, right, okay, next month, I'm already hit what, 1.5, whatever that I need to have. Or you could even look at it and go, right, do you know what? I'm working this much this month. I've got a week off. How much do I need to earn? Should I boost some extra time? Should I boost some extra days? Like get people to book on them? Just do whatever you can. Right. Oh, this one's the boring, but it's got to be done part, you know, the liability. You've got to make sure you're insured at the end of the day. So why insurance matters? Because you just don't know. Accidents happen. Like you could literally they could fall over their own stuff. You know, people do have, I mean, I've never had an issue so far, touch wood. Don't want to say anything, but you know, it can happen, and it can become very costly. Like some people can just be out there just to make a claim, really. They just do it on purpose. But you've got different types of cover. So you've got your public liability, you've got your, depends on where you work. Do you work in a salon? Are you mobile? Are you working from home? Because they're all going to be different, because they're all going to have different criteria. So you've just got to make sure that you've got the right one for what you need. So say you're in a salon, you're going to need your cover is going to cost a lot more, because you're covering a whole building, like as well as extra, like if you've got staff or you've got other people in there, you need to make sure you're covering for all that as well. Yeah, you've got your treatment liability, your product liability. They're just covering you for just anything. You don't know, someone could have an allergy and then be like, oh, it's your fault. You don't know, but depends on what sort of customers you have coming in. It depends on whether they're going to actually make a claim or not. Yeah, there you go, covering all situations, whether you're home, salon, network, whatever. Right, now we're going back over to the side. Yeah, because you never know. You've got to be prepared for the unexpected. Because you've got things like your client consultations. You could literally be in a consultation and they could come and tell you something that then is like, could affect all your clients, because, you know, they've got something, but they don't tell you until like halfway through your appointment and you've already started working on them. And then you go, oh, okay, so you've now given me something that I could then give to other people in the salon, because whatever it may be, I don't know. It's just a bit of everything, really. So when you're working with any product, they might be allergic to it. Like I've had a lady message me before and be like, oh yeah, so I did my toes, I painted my gel toes myself with my at-home kit, and my toes were fine, but my hands all blistered. And I was like, so you've had an allergy to the products that you're using on your hands, but your feet haven't. Okay, did you wash your hands? How did you do this? She was like, can you help? And I was like, well, ideally, I don't want to be putting anything on you, because you might have an allergy. You're going to have to go and talk to your GP. But luckily, it wasn't me that actually did the service. Otherwise, again, I could have been liable. So you have to just make sure you have these conversations with people, because you just don't know, because some people lie. Unfortunately, that is what happens. They like to just cover things up, or they might have like a fungal infection that's just started and they know about it, but then they don't tell you. It's until you go and look at their nails and you go, well, hang on a minute. Well, that doesn't look right. I don't want to be touching that. But they'll go, no, it's fine. It's been there for ages and I've been on antibiotics and it's still there. Well, ideally, I don't want you to come back until you've completely gone. You know, like I don't want any of that in my business. So some people can be funny with that, but you've just got to be prepared. This is only a quick one. This is more about e-file training, because I think most of us will be already trained in nails and stuff. But e-file training, I work well with Katie Barnes. If you've ever heard of Katie Barnes, she does amazing e-file training. She's got loads of online stuff that you can do. So she does like master classes, and she'll teach you from like cuticle care all the way through to like taking gel off, like doing natural nails, like all of the different criterias of e-files. And she uses amazing tools. Like honestly, I used to use different e-file tools prior, and they were just cheaper ones from Salon Services. And then when I moved over, The actual e-file itself was quieter. It was more like comfortable in my hand. It's actually, hang on, if I move me, it's this one in the corner. So in the corner, the e-file there, the rose gold one, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. She's just actually brought out some rose gold tools to go with it. So like the actual e-file bits. And I've found that they've been so much nicer for my clients as well. Like they feel like if you get decent quality e-files, you're going to cause less damage. You just got to be qualified for this before you do it on anyone, because there is so many things that can go wrong if you don't know what you're doing. So yeah, Katie Barnes, go and check her out because she is amazing. She's so supportive. And if you've got any questions, she will literally answer any of them. So if you go like, oh, do you know what? I want to troubleshoot something with the e-file. Can you help me? Can you guide me with this? She is my go-to. So there is other people out there that do it, but I can't name everyone, but that is my go-to personally. Health and safety. We've kind of covered a bit of this already, but it's mainly like just making sure that you're using new gloves, new files, things like this. Making sure health conditions and allergies prior to their appointment. So we've kind of covered some of this already, but I thought I should put an extra section in here just to make sure, because this is also in the book. So it's got like more in depth, but you know, I'm trying to make it, I talk a lot. I can't help it. I just waffle. I go on a little tandem and I'm like, "Wah." So I just thought I need to cut it down a little bit. Yeah, you want to minimize your cross-contamination with people, because you don't want someone coming back complaining. We need to make sure it is clean, it's sanitized. At the end of every day, you are literally cleaning your salon. You don't want to have, like, making sure you're emptying your bins, because some people don't. Like, some people don't empty their bins. Some people like will use the same nail files, and it's like, oh no, thanks. You know, you want to make sure that you are disposing of the things that are disposable. You don't want to keep using the same stuff because there's nail dust in there. You don't want to keep touching that. You don't want to you don't want your next client to come in and be like, oh God, look at the state of this, or look at all that on the floor. Or you know, like if you have an accident, like it happens, you might spill some dust on the floor, you might spill a bit of glitter or something, whatever you dropped on the floor. Just make sure you do a quick cleanup before your next client, because it will make you look better and it makes them feel more trusting that you're hygienic and you're clean. This one's about nail art, because that is my go-to. I absolutely love a bit of nail art. And you know what? It makes you more creative. Being creative can make, I'm gonna read myself again, because I did these and I was so proud that I did a Powerpuff Girl. I was like, oh my God, I did it. And I think when you do a set like that, you have to make sure you have the right time. So like that set, I'm not gonna lie, it took me like 3 hours to do the full set, because it was an infill, and then it was like every single nail had a bit of nail art and it's curing. Like then you have to cure a bit to put the next layer on and cure a bit. You know, it's quite time consuming. But we did it kind of like one at a time. So we're like, do a bit on one, do a bit on the other, you know. But there's so many products now that you can use. HONA's nail art gels, they are to die for. Like genuinely, the pigmentation of them, banging. I've never had anything go wrong. They've always been on point. The nail foils, you can do so much with foils. Like you can do a little dab, you can do a whole full cover, you can just like use your foil gel, like your art gel, and just have it on like say your French tip or something like that. There's so many options you can do. And I mean, I charge £3 just for foil, because why not? They pay it, even though it takes me like 2 seconds. It's literally a case of, well, you got nail art, let's add an extra £3 on there. And you will just charge for it. It's always upscaling. If you can make them have even just 2 nails, that's an extra, what, £3, £6, whatever you charge for your nail art. Doing chrome powders, I mean, I've got, it's actually HONA on today. I've got some, oh, Larry, what was it called again? It's the Sunset Ridge for the orange, which is the new rodeo collection. And then, what was it called?
South Sea Chrome is what it's called.
South Sea, yeah, South Sea Chrome. There we go. I knew I'd forget that one. But honestly, the chrome, oh my God, it went on like a dream. You know, when you just like rub it in and it just goes perfect, and you're like, oh, the shine. It's really, I'm really sad you can't really see it. You can kind of see the shine. It's shiny. But I'm not going to waffle on too much more. But yeah, there is options. Moyu nail plates, they're good for stamping. There is other brands, but I've not really used other brands because I've not needed to. Brushes, always, like, I'm going to show you my really messy. It's my really messy. This is all my nail art brushes. And then I have a whole drawer full. So you can never have too many brushes because they're all different shapes, they're all different sizes, they all do different things. So making sure you, like dotting tools, you know the basic ones, you can literally just get them from Amazon. Like these sort of ones. It comes in like a pack of 5 and you get all different sizes. That will do for them. But like brushes, you need decent brushes. You need to find places. I mean, I've got different brands from Neba to who have I got? Erin Style. I've got, to be fair, I even got the gel bottle. I've got HONA ones. I've got Jade UK. Ever heard of them? I've got some Luxe. I've literally got different brushes from all different places because there's so many options out there, and it's always worth trying new brands. 100%. If you find like Nail Order, they do stuff. HONA do all different nail art stuff. You've just got to shop around and you'll find the right ones for you. But yeah, so that's the end of my thing. But yeah, this is me. Come and give me a follow on Facebook. It's my community. So I've only just started it, but in there I'm going to be giving away a free guide to, it's basically a bit like what we've done today, but it's kind of just a bit more, it's a PDF and it's just got a free bits and bobs in it to help you with your business, to make you boost it. So yeah, if you want to come and give me a follow, that would be great. If you have got any questions, please jump on and give me a little wave or raise your hand. I'm going to come out of the thing. So yeah. Oh, thank you all so much, honestly, for sitting there for me waffling.
That was amazing. It's so insightful, and I think a lot of people will definitely have taken a lot from that. And everything that you've gone through. So I'm just looking at the comments now. You've got a few questions. I've got a few.
Oh, lovely.
So let's start at the top. You answered the one about where we can get the book. Do you think, oh, sorry, Katie has asked, do you think just starting out, you should charge less?
No, I think you should set the bar, because I think back to when I started and I remember I was on that cuff of like, oh, do I charge less? And I did. And it was so hard to then up my prices. You can't start too low because otherwise it's going to be so hard to put them up. Go for the going rate in your area. Do some market research, yes, to make sure that you're not overpriced or underpriced, but you need to make sure you are still getting paid. I see one there. I charge £20 for a set of builder gel. I charge like minimum of 45 for a builder gel. Like minimum. So you're not earning enough. Just make sure you charge more. Even if you do it gradually, like just take all your price lists down. Don't advertise your price list of how much you charge, because then if you do tweak it, no one will know, unless the clients obviously that you come in, they will notice, but you can always mention it to them separately at their appointment. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be putting my prices up by £3 because XYZ's gone up. So always make sure you charge more, because it's worth it. Back to you.
We've got another question here. So, hi Sammy, I'm in London. A lot of nail techs here are charging around £30 to £35 for a full set acrylic and biab, and add £10 extra for French tips. Would you say that's a reasonable amount?
Not really. I mean, I charge 35 for a gel polish, and I charge 45 for a builder with a gel polish. So, and I'm in Essex, but you'd expect it to be more in London. Like, I know people that are in Hitchin that charge £50 for a gel polish, and they're not even in London. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a case of, you can charge more. You'll find your ideal clients by charging more, because you're not outpricing yourself, really. You're just valuing yourself.
Perfect. And there's another question here. Here we go. How would you charge for nail art? Would you do a tier system?
So I have, with me, so I have like right, for 2 nails, it's standard, it's £3 for 2 nails, but then I do have it so it goes for like £3 to £15. But then there's an also, like if you've got characters, that's like £10 a nail because it takes so much longer. So you can have a tiered section if you want to do it that way, but I kind of just roughly guide it on what they've had. Like someone could have 2 nails, but it's taken me a lot longer, so I'll charge them £6 instead of. So it purely depends on what they've had. So yeah, kind of like a tier system, but in your own head. So I kind of just charge as and what I want, really.
Oh, now this kind of, I think you basically already answered this in your answer. But the question is charging £35 for gel polishes, is it reasonable? And that's what you charge yourself. So
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah, for a gel polish, I charge 35 and no one complains. A lot of people said to me, like, I'm glad you're charging more now. You get the odd person that's like, oh, you've put the prices up. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, you go out and you go and do whatever else you do. You go and pay the hairdressers, you go and do your other stuff. So what's the difference? I'm just actually charging my worth now. So no, I think £35 for a gel polish is perfect.
Perfect. And we've got Bev has said, people in my local area don't want to pay more. I increased my prices a year ago. I lost 6 clients and haven't gained more since. I charge £32 for buy-up infills, 25 for gel polish. What can I do? Thank you.
You need to, for that, I would say you need to do more brand awareness. You need to make sure you're getting out there and people know that you're there. Maybe do a special offer like the £5 voucher that I mentioned earlier. Make yourself a little. What I might do is I might share if you join my Nail Mafia group, I'll share in there some tips on how to like gain more clients I'll just share you what I've done, which then gained me new clients. Would that help? Does that kind of answer the question?
I would absolutely say so. There's lots of different things as well in terms of getting clients. So when we had our event last week, this was a question. It was a bit more what's the word? I can't think of the word. Anyway, it was more defined in terms of what the answer was when this question was asked in the panel. So again, it's like finding your audience. Was one of our brand ambassadors, one of our BAs. He was saying about making flyers, things like that, popping them in places. It is getting a name out there, isn't it? But to putting them in places where you would want your ideal
client.
Absolutely.
I think with some of it, so I got told the other day in one of my other courses, this is like a business course, but separate. And she said, and this was about sales as well. So she was saying, you'll have your shoppers that go to Primark and they want to spend their money in Primark. That's fine. But then you have your people that go to Gucci, and Gucci don't put sales on. Like they don't lower their prices. They charge what they want and people pay it because their ideal clients want that. So you charge what you want, you feel that you are value, your ideal clients will find you. You just need to make sure, even when you're not working, you are advertising, even reusing old pictures. They're not going to know that they're old pictures. Just recycling content that you've already got. It's staying consistent all the time will gain you new clients. Like I post nearly every day. You don't have to post nearly every day. Just a couple of times a week will be fine. But it's being consistent is what will gain you new clients. And showing up. It's all about showing up, really.
Perfect. And I'm going to go a couple more questions here now. So wait there, I think there's more than that. No, we're good. So Chloe has asked, I'm probably going to be starting out renting a desk next to a more experienced tech. Should I match her prices?
Yeah, I would. Because you don't want to undervalue yourself. It depends on what your content is like. If you feel like that you're producing the same quality service, then why can't you charge the same? She may have 5 years on you or whatever. But if I know people that have been doing nails less than up, like in the last 2-3 years, that have the most amazing nails, and they charge more than I do probably. I don't, you know, it's if you're bringing out the best quality work, then you can charge the same as them, if not more.
Perfect. And Laura has asked, do you have any tips for gaining new clients as a complete new starter?
For a new starter, maybe doing like a model thing. So, you know, like you want to have like a, you get your models in just for, you could potentially do them at a cheaper rate just to get some more content, because it is going to be about all your content really. If people can see, literally take a picture of every single set of nails you do and showcase it, because you'll be, someone will like that and someone will be like, oh, they're really nice, I want to go to her. So as a new tech, I didn't do that. I didn't advertise everything all the time, whereas now I advertise everywhere. I try and get out as much as possible, even though I'm always like busy, but I like the fact that I can have gaps now because I've got other stuff to do. I've kind of like blocked myself out with gaps so I can do my other admin. But yeah, just keep going, keep pushing, keep asking for like models. If I'll put a thing on my group about that if you want, if that would be helpful. I'll just do like a top tips, like a checklist of things you can do to gain more clients. Like, I'm happy to do that.
Perfect. Oh, that'd be really great. And Laura said, thank you, that would be great. We'll follow you, which I think other people have gone on and given you a follow. And Chloe has asked, oh, sorry, I do apologize, Andrea, Rachel, oh, we go for every question. So there's one question here. It says, how much time do you take for gel polish and biop with color overlay?
So I did one this morning, which took me an hour, but then I give my clients 2 hours, but I don't take 2 hours. It's normally about an hour and a half, but it gives me time to go for a wee, clean up, have a drink, do all them things before the next client comes in. I mean, some people like to work back to back. I personally don't feel like I need to. So I choose to have a little gap just in case that you get an awkward client that takes you 2 hours to do something that takes you an hour. Because I have one and I can't get rid of her. I've tried. She won't leave. So I've been brutal and she still comes back. So don't ever worry about losing clients, because the amount of clients that have left me have always come crawling back going, Sami, please can I come back and get my nails done? I'm really sorry I went to the cheaper salon down the road, but their nails didn't last as long as yours do. So don't ever worry that someone's going to leave and go somewhere cheaper, because 9 times out of 10 they'll come back.
Perfect. Rachel's got a couple of questions here. Would you recommend buying disposable items in bulk, i.e. files, lint wipes, from the likes of eBay, Temu, which would be cheaper, or would you recommend purchasing all items from professional suppliers?
So I get my gloves and files from Katie Barnes, but I have it on a subscription, so I save. But I also get like e-file bits as well. Every now and again, I'll just add some e-files as a subscription, because it does work out cheaper and they are better quality products. I've tried stuff from Amazon, I've tried stuff from eBay, like lint-free wipes. They're not lint-free. You get lint everywhere. So do your research, because some of it, yes, okay, but some of it I'd rather spend more, because then your clients will feel more like you're not just buying cheap crap, if I can say that.
Perfect. And got another question from Rachel. How do you rate the VTCT nail services level 2 or level 3 qualification? Would you recommend a VTCT, that's a tongue twister,
A VTech
course over an accredited course?
Good question. So I did it was supposed to be a diploma course in January 2014. So that's when I got pregnant. And I was on this diploma course, which was supposed to be for my MVQ level 2 in beauty. And my pregnancy was very complicated. So I had to leave said course. but I'd completed my manicure, my pedicure and other parts, but I couldn't get a qualification for that. So for my instance, I had to go and do a day course to get the diploma to say for the insurance purposes, even though I'd done all the paperwork, I have all the work there. And my teacher was like, you would pass this if you could do it. It is good. And it's fantastic to have the VTEX and all the different levels of qualifications, depending on what you're doing. I was just very lucky that I was able to then do other courses on top of that. So I got my initial qualifications and then I built on that by doing more courses to get my skills up. It depends on whether you want to go to college or whether you want to spend 6 months, year, 2 years, however long the courses are, or whether you want to do it gradually, do it where you, I mean, mine, I had to do all online stuff. So I had to do all the practical in the school. It was a beauty school. But then all the theory was all done online and I just had to answer all the questions. So it really depends on where you are. I would do it if I needed to. If I wanted to go and become an educator and teach people to do it, then I would need to have them qualifications to be able to do that. So it depends on what path you want to go to.
Perfect. HONA as well, just to mention, we do accredited qualifications and courses.
Yeah, you can do all your gel polishes there.
So you can go to, so I do believe a few brands do offer it, but we do provide them ABT accredited as well. If you wanted to have a look on website, Centre Education, where you can find lots about it. We've got educators across the UK, so you should be able to find them pretty close to you. And last question from Chloe. Would you recommend would you recommend getting a logo / branding, etc.?
Yes, 100%. 100%. It is a must. Like I did think about it a while ago and was like, oh, do you know what? Should I change my logo? And I was like, no. I mean, I paid, oh, do you know what? I think I only paid like 50 quid or something for my logo to be made, like probably, I don't know, 8 years ago. It was a mate of mine at the school, at my kids' school. One of the dads was a digital guy and he was like, oh, I'll make you a logo. And I was like, yeah, sweet. So he made me my logo. And I have thought, do I get a new one? But you know what? People know it. That's me. So I would 100% recommend having a logo and getting your branding, whether it be colors, like your color scheme, and you want to make people see that picture, or even branding is in how you take your photos. That can be, people will know it's yours without you even having the logo on it. Like I don't logo any of my stuff because I can't be bothered. That's just me being lazy. But everyone that sees them pictures, they know they're mine. So yeah, I would definitely say yes, definitely get branding and logos. You can even create your own on Canva. The Nail Mafia logo, I created that on Canva, so it can be done.
Fabulous. Canva's great for everything, and like Sami was saying earlier as well, with Canva, the free version is fantastic. I believe the pro version is like £12.99 a month, which you do get more with. You get a lot more access to different things, but if you are just wanting to use it for your more simple tasks, it's perfect. It is just perfect. Perfect, okay. And that is all the questions, but Rachel said, I love your wallpaper.
Thank you very much. It's very me. It's only on like 1.5 wall, so it's not like the whole room's this color. The rest of it's white. But my clients come in, they're like, oh my God, love it. It's so cool. So yeah, I mean, I work from home. I did work in a salon, but it's not for me. I can't work for somebody else anymore. I can't do it. I just got to that point in my life where I went, no, I'm going to be my own boss and I'm going to do this. So yeah, thank you so much for coming to watch me today. I was really nervous, but yeah, you've all made me feel very welcome. So thank you.
Oh no, thank you so much. Honestly, that was such a fab session, and even from your reactions, everyone's loved it and found it really, really useful and insightful, which is fantastic. So yeah.
Oh, you made me feel like, oh, thanks.
Amazing. Do you know what? I always get really funny saying goodbye on Zoom. I'm like,
Bye, everybody.
No, I know. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you all on board, have you all engaging with Sami, and I hope everyone takes a lot from this today. And yeah, Sami, thank you.
I will go on to my group in a bit and I'll accept you also. Don't worry.
Oh.
Thank you all so much. Honestly, it's been amazing.
Thanks everyone. Everyone have a lovely evening.
I'm going to give you a little love heart too.
Oh.
Bye.
Does the reactions do the heart? I don't know if it
I
does.
don't know. Can we get some love hearts going on? Woo!
Oh, Elizabeth can do it.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh,
Love it. Yay. Thank you all, honestly, so much. It's been